The bells were ringing. The city had surrendered. The war was over. But for Daenerys Targaryen, mercy was never the point. In less than an hour, she turned a thriving capital into a graveyard of ash. Was this a sudden descent into madness? Or was the mother of dragons a monster from the very beginning? Let's look at the evidence. Daenerys Targaryen began as a shadow, the last remnant of a fallen dynasty, traded like a prize by her own brother. Sold to Khal Drogo and terrified of the world, she seemed destined to be another footnote in history. But within the girl was a dormant fire. When her brother fell, she didn't mourn. She realized that fire cannot kill a dragon.
He was no dragon. Fire cannot kill a dragon.
Her transformation into a leader began with a heartbreak. After a witch's curse left her husband, Khal Drogo, a shell of a man, Daenerys performed her first act of mercy, smothering him to end his pain. It was the last time her heart would truly belong to a person rather than a throne.
When the sun rises in the west and sets in the east, then you shall return to me, my sun and stars.
That same night, the mother of dragons was born.
I will, but it's not your screams I want. Only your life.
She didn't just burn the witch who betrayed her. She walked into the pyre herself. When she emerged from the ashes with 3 hatchlings, her grief had hardened into a divine conviction. She wasn't just a survivor anymore. She was the true dragon. In the city of Korth, we saw the first cracks in her mercy. To protect her children, she locked her betrayers in a dark vault to starve. She began to view the world through a lens of fire and blood, believing that any obstacle to her destiny justified any level of cruelty. In Slaver's Bay, the world cheered for her. She was the breaker of chains, the savior of the oppressed. In Astapor, she used her dragons to turn masters into ash and ordered her army to slay every man who holds a whip. It felt like justice, but it was justice delivered at the edge of a sword. By the time she reached Meereen, her moral compass was spinning. To avenge 163 crucified children, she crucified 163 masters, refusing to distinguish between the guilty and the innocent.
I will answer injustice with justice.
To Daenerys, justice had become a weapon used to silence anyone who didn't fit her vision of a new world. The losses piled up. She lost Viserion to the Night King, Ser Jorah to the Great War, and finally, she watched her closest confidant, Missandei, beheaded on the walls of King's Landing.
If you have any last words, now is the time.
The breaker of chains snapped. The grief was too heavy, and the isolation was too deep. When the bells of King's Landing rang in surrender, the war was won. But for Daenerys, surrender wasn't enough. She didn't want the city's loyalty. She wanted its fear. She turned her dragon on the innocent, incinerating thousands in a hailstorm of fire. The savior had become the very monster she spent her life trying to defeat. In the ruins of the Red Keep, she stood before the Iron Throne, blinded by her own light. She believed her mass murder was a necessary step toward a beautiful world that only she could see.
It's not easy to see something that's never been before. Good world.
To save the realm from her mercy, Jon Snow was forced to end the Targaryen line forever. Jon Snow killed the woman he loved to save the world from a tyrant. But was he a hero for stopping the madness, or a traitor to his queen? Did Jon make the right choice, or did Daenerys deserve to rule? Let me know your side in the comments.